Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to the Reality of Jvrse channel, where we bring your reality face to face with you. And today, I didn't want to do any Jvrse reacts or anything like that. I want to do some Jvrse insights. I want to just kind of talk to y'all kind of about some stuff that I've been feeling and something that we all feel on the daily basis. We're talking about daily stress, right? And some key things that stress us out on a daily basis and how we can relieve ourselves of stress, because we don't want to be stressed out, right? We want to live life. We want to have life more abundantly. We want to have clarity in our mind. We want to make sure that the different things around us, our atmosphere, is cleansed so that we can be as free as possible, right? We don't want to feel bound. And a lot of times we all know that stress literally will have us feeling bound. It'll make us feel like we can't do anything. It can lead to depression. It'll make us feel like that we're in a place that nobody can pull us out of, right? There's no room for us to receive help. So I want to talk about stress, 5 key things that cause us to feel stressed, and 5 key things that'll help us to alleviate, right? Get us away from stress, to destroy it out of our lives, all right? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share it with somebody. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Go and check out some of the other videos. And let me know what your favorite tip was at the end of this video for stress. Let me know if maybe you'll use some of these tactics. Out of the 5, let me know if you'll use one of these tactics in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this. So we know that stress is a common thing for everybody, right? It's something that we deal with daily. It's something that comes and goes. It shouldn't be something that is a factor that is playing all day long, right? It shouldn't just be an all day thing. It should very much be monetary, right? You have a moment you feel stressed, or maybe it's a particular thing that's having you feeling stressed out, but you should be able to knock that block down. So let's start by finding out and identifying some of the key things that cause us to be stressed, right? And this is just my list. You might rank these a little bit differently, but I'm gonna rank mine specifically in the form that I see fit. First thing is work. All right, it's not anything to me that's more stressful than work. Work for you can be obviously your 9 to 5. It could be your business. It could be your church, because that's also a form of work for me at times. So work, generally speaking, right? Meeting deadlines. You might have a demanding boss. You might have some challenging projects that you gotta, go up against, or it could be your workspace, your workplace that you in, that's like very conflictual and contributes to like a high level of stress for you. And the pressure from it can just could be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It could cause you not to perform well, not meet your expectations the way that you want to, and it just can be a significant source of your daily stress, right? So that's my number 1 is work. I know for me, like when I get up and I go to work, a lot of times it's the preparation for the day. I'm a teacher, so I deal with students, and we at the end of the school year now. And for any of the teachers that are in the atmosphere, you know exactly what it's like being at the end of the school year and how children are when they know that we're inching towards the end, right? Summer break is getting ready to come. Everybody is antsy. Some people's attitudes are all over the place, right? And then it could be just actually when you're at work, right? Going throughout the day and having to make sure it's your energy. And I'm talking specifically from my point of view, but if you can relate, share it in the comment section. Having to give a certain amount of energy, right? The children have to feed off of my energy. So I can't be lazy. I can't just be down. I have to be energizing to an extent for them so that they can actually have passion at school, right? In this form of education, right? So work nonetheless. And then church goes without saying. I'm a minister. I have to usher in the spirit of God. So a lot of times that can take away from me, and even the aspects of the business of, the church, right? Not just financially, but dealing with the people sometimes can be stressful, right? You're carrying other people's burdens. It can become stressful. And these are things that, it's work at the end of the day, right? So that's my number 1 is work. The second thing is finances. Number 2 is finances. And the reason why I say finances is because money literally it's like the source of concerns for so many different things, right? Like if we was to backtrack and go back to work, I got to get to work. I have to have gas in the car, right? We manifesting this, man. I want that Tesla. We gonna have to have charge on that battery. You get what I'm saying? And that's gonna cost, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to be efficient in the way that I handle my money. And so every decision that I make has to be calculated, right? It has to be strategized, right? I have to have a plan. You gotta have a strategy. That's what my bishop always says. So shout out to Pastor Simpson. He always be saying it all day long, my brother. But you have to have a strategy, because finances at the number 2 spot is the key thing that will cause a lot of stress, right? Money concerns is, as much as bills, debt, managing your expenses, right? Financial security, generally speaking, and it just can cause so much daily stress, dude. Like, just worrying about how you go make ends meet on a day-to-day basis or planning for your future is like heavy weight as an individual that you carry when you think about your finances. Or if you have a family trying to provide for your whole household, rather you're a man or a woman of your household, trying to provide and make sure that different things are taken care of, it is just a stress. Right. I don't think we have to even dive too much further into finances. Right. Don't let something unexpected happen, and the amount of money that you were saving, you have to give to the very thing that you were saving money for. Right. You have to give to, or the other way around, you have to give to the very thing that you didn't expect. It was the unexpected that happened. The impossible happened. And out of very money that you were saving, the total amount, the exact amount you were saving has to go to that need now. So number 2 spot, finances. I'm running through this. Number 3, relationships. Now, we all can attest. I know some of y'all might put relationships at your number 1 spot. And your relationship may not even be bad, but you know that there is a tendency that you have, right? That you have to dedicate yourself commitment wise to your relationship that can cause a certain level of stress, right? Difficulties within your personal relationships with people, rather it be with family, friends, your romantic partners, right? So like your significant other, all of these things can lead to daily stress. We all know this. Conflict, and communication within those relationships, feeling lonely. I'm just throwing a couple out there, isolation. All of these different things can contribute to the idea of stress, right? It's relative to stress in the form of relationships, right? Making sure, and I can speak primarily towards significant others, making sure that you are as compassionate as you can be to your significant other. Like, that's difficult. That's a stress at times, thinking about that and trying to make that work, trying to make sure that your significant other is feeling, a level or the same amount of love that they give you. Like, that can cause stress, right? Sometimes we can be overbearing to each other and we don't even intend to, right? It's harmless, but we can be overbearing to each other. So that's one thing that I really want to add when we're talking about relationships that can cause a significant amount of stress, right? Like, we know the relationships, that number 3 spot, can definitely cause some stress to us, right? Now, this one is a heavy hitter. This is at the number 4 spot. And some of this you might even add to your number 1, maybe even your number 2 for all of my athletic people, or, people with conditions. Health at the number 4 spot is definitely a stress concern. Like, it is definitely something that can be a part of your daily stress, right? If you have some physical health concerns, maybe chronic illness, or, you got some medical things that's just going on, right? You got some medical conditions. We know that this can cause some daily stress, right? If you got some back problems or something like that, or maybe you got a bad knee, bad joints, generally speaking, right? This is an additional stress that just adds on to the other 3 things that we named: your work, your finances, your relationships, right? It's just piling on, right? Think about this. Really internalize this. This is additional stress. Worries about maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Like, if you are a gym rat and you're trying to, meet maybe a certain amount of calories, or you're trying to cut out a certain amount of intake of food, or your water intake, or whatever it is, sugar intake, all these different things, salt intake, to make sure that you're balancing out your body. So now you have to make sure you're calculating not just how much food you're eating, but what food you're eating, right? What things you're drinking that you're putting into your body. these things can cause stress. You may feel like, bro, it's only 24 hours in a day. Like, I don't have that much time to really think about and break these things down. So that's a key thing that we have to think about, right? Is just maintaining a healthy lifestyle, managing different symptoms that you may have to deal with, relative to your healthcare, appointments, treatments, all of these things can become a burden. So health at the number 4 spot. And the final one, which really for me, this one is really the number one, right? This is the number one. Time management. I know for me, that's my number 1 spot. Like, that's the reason why I'll be a little transparent. Sometimes I struggle with getting to work on time because my time management, sometimes I think I have a little extra time in the morning, and then I get stuck at a train on the way to work, or maybe there's more traffic than I intended, right? Just giving myself a little bit more or a little bit extra time to make sure that I'm meeting my priorities, right? The things that I set in place, essentially for my life. So feeling overwhelmed with the lack of time, you know what I'm saying? Like failing to accomplish tasks that you set up within the day, meeting, commitments that you set up for other people, balancing, right? Just balancing responsibilities is a form of time management that I know I personally struggle with, right? It's a juggle all day long, just with work, my personal life, household stuff that I have going on, personal life in the form of my relationship, my organization that I have, so obligations that I have to other individuals, right? Managing that time to make sure that I'm not lackluster for them. Like my church, I'm a pastor within my church, I'm protocol pastor within my church, so making sure that certain things are taken care of with the different ministries or auxiliaries that are going on within our church. Like these different things in the form of time management can cause so much stress. Like it is ridiculous. Tuesday nights are hard a lot of times. Like me and our family life pastor, a lot of times we work also with our praise team. I'm a musician at my church, so a lot of times we're trying to figure out songs. We're scrambling because maybe we didn't prepare. That's that time management. We didn't prepare the way we needed to. So now, for many different reasons, but now comes Tuesday night and we're scrambling, trying to figure out what we gonna sing, what we gonna do for music, and it's just all of these different things just add so much stress. But how can we deal with it? Because we could talk about stress all day long, but how can we deal with it? And I know a couple of these different things may sound a little cliche, but I promise you, if you was literally to take a moment and schedule in some of these different things and then commit to your schedule, I promise you it would change your stress levels, right? For some of us, it would even eliminate stress levels for us. What's the first thing? You got to relax. You have to, bro. I can't stress this enough. You have to set up time to just relax, right? To just coast in your brain, in your mind. I'm talking about mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to have moments mindfully, right? Like intentionally to relax and maybe even add some techniques in there. So like, I know some people, they go to the gym, they work out. You know what I'm saying? They have a regular habit of going to the gym because gym, we all know, is a stress reliever, right? You know what I'm saying? Meditating, deep breathing exercises. Like these are simple things, but I'm telling you, like there have been times where I've been so upset or so stressed out or angry even. And it took for me to just be like, you know what? I cannot be that upset. I just can't. I can't change this. So I can't be that upset. I got to breathe. Breathing exercises, right? Doing some muscle relaxation stuff, right? These are good ideas, good tactics, right? Techniques to have to reduce stress, right? Calming your mind. It's important. It is, I can't stress it enough. It's so intentional, imperative that we incorporate relaxation into our lives on the daily basis. All right. So the first one, it's just relaxation. You gotta relax. Okay. Let me know. We at number 1 for how to relieve stress. Let me know if some of these tactics are helping. Let me know down in the comment section right now if you can. Timestamp it. Let me know. Number 2, physical activity. Right? Regular exercises. You know what I'm saying? Just getting up, getting out. I mean, go take a walk, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this literally would just release endorphins. It's so simple. Like just going and taking a walk and just having the air hit you. You know what I'm saying? Or just hearing the different noises outside that are away from your house, away from your job, away from family, away from friends. Like just taking that walk just by yourself, or maybe you have a work, maybe like a walk partner. You know what I'm saying? Go take a walk, man. You know what I'm saying? It's literally a natural mood lifter. It's literally a natural mood lifter. It's just going and taking a simple walk, right? And it'll help you relieve so much tension in your body, right? I mean, you go for a walk and go jogging, swimming, right? I just said physical activity, so this can encompass. I'm talking about a walk specifically for me, but I mean, even for you, it could be jogging, it could be swimming. Like I know a good friend of mine, that's at our church. She is a swim teacher. You know what I'm saying? So she's always in water, and I know for a fact if I was to ask her that swimming does some form of relieving stress for her. Like I know it does. So swimming. Go get in a fitness class. Go do some Zumba. I mean, dance. I don't know. Like, I mean, any of these things, right? The important thing is to find some kind of way to get physically active because it's significantly going to reduce stress for you. Significantly. Like, you'd be surprised. You really would. Third thing is just, you got to have healthy lifestyle choices, man. Like, I mean, I don't mean to call you out, but I mean, if you drinking and getting drunk, or you smoking and getting high, you sleeping all day long, and not really doing anything actively with your body, not getting up, you know what I'm saying? You sitting on a couch watching TV all day, you sitting at the computer playing a game all day, you're working all day. Like that's not a healthy lifestyle choice. We say this all the time in my church that an excess amount of anything, and it's actually biblical too. An excess amount of anything is just bad for you. I don't care if you drink water every day, all day. Too much water consumption will harm you. You can look it up. It's actually factual. So balancing and having healthy life choices, right? Making sure that you eating on a good diet, getting good sleep. I'm talking to myself. Avoiding, excess amounts of alcohol if you do drink, or excess amounts of THC if you smoke. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, or if you take edible, I don't know what you do. I ain't getting into what you do. I mean, if you drink coffee all day, you know what I'm saying? Nicotine, different stuff like that. Like you have to contribute to like better stress management. Like you have to. And so your lifestyle choices, and healthy ones at that, are going to implement a total amount of relief to your stress levels. I'm telling you, I promise it will. You got to take care of that body, right? This your vehicle. This your vehicle that you in every day. You got to take care of it, and you got to have resilience to make sure that like your overall well-being is always consciously and intentionally being improved every day long. Every day. You have to. Okay, so third place is healthy lifestyle choices. Fourth thing, social support. You got to be connected with your friends. You have to be connected with your family members. They got to know what's going on, right? You got to have support groups, you know what I'm saying, that can provide, I'm talking about emotional as well as even physical sometimes, help to go against a lot of those effects of stress that you have in. Like you have to. It's like so imperative that you have that. And you never know what talking to somebody can do. I can't tell you, the people that live in my house with me, my two roommates, my cousin, and my best friend, the conversations that I've had with them, I just had a conversation today, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I just had a conversation today with my cousin that just worked wonders for me. And we was just talking about life. I was talking about some different things that I was going through. And I'm sure he probably don't even know how much that helped me. So just talking to somebody, right, will give you a certain level of emotional support that could exceed any level of stress that you got. Just opening up about how you feel, and make sure that that person that you choose is a listening ear, not just hearing you, right? We all have the ability to hear, but make sure that they're listening to you, that they're comprehending and taking in all of the information that you're laying out on the table for them so that they can actually help you, right? You don't want to just be venting. A lot of times you want to be able to put something out into the atmosphere and then receive something back. Have them give you a good word back. Okay, so having emotional or just social support in general can totally help you go against the grain and getting different perspectives. Y'all know we here to create new perspectives, right? Reach the masses, create new perspectives. That's what we here for. So that'll give you a sense of resilience to beat that maybe that isolation or anxiety that you may be feeling in a form of stress on a day-to-day basis. All right. So number 4, social support. And number 5, we already talked about this, but I mean, you just got to tackle it. It was the 5th one for the last one. Time management, right? Prioritizing. I really wish I had it sitting right next to me. I'm gonna go grab it. Y'all, hold on. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Okay, so it's nothing on it now. Y'all can see it was a little something that was written on it earlier. I didn't clean it completely. You know what I'm saying? I didn't clean it off completely. You need to get a whiteboard, right? Why do you need a whiteboard? Why do you need a notebook? Why do you need a journal? Because it's literally, we went to school, and day in and day out, our teachers, our professors, especially when you went to college, were telling us that you needed a planner. Why? It indicates everything, bullet points of what you're going to do day to day, right? Throughout your day. And it's literally going to help you to stay on top of things and commit. I think that people of our generation have a huge commitment issue, that the things that we say that we're going to do, the things that we even desire to do, we just don't do for whatever reason. I don't know why, but we just don't do it. And so it's important, it's imperative even, that we make sure that we get that up out the way. We have to do that. It's so important, y'all. So I don't know. That's I really, y'all, honestly, that's the best that I could give y'all right now. I do want to apologize. I made this video, and I was like, God went and he came to me and he was telling me specific things that I need to say. I didn't make my bed up. I've been so discombobulated. This is the most probably original video that I've made on the channel so far, because I didn't get a whole bunch of stuff together. I was kind of raw and authentic, so y'all don't talk about me too much. I didn't make my bed up and stuff like that, but I really needed to get this out to y'all, because I know stress for me this week it's been tough, and we only on the 2nd day, but I mean, Sunday hit. I mean, I couldn't even make it all the way through Sunday before an issue came and tackled me. I had good church and the issue came and tackled me, but I'm bigger than that. You're bigger than that. God is bigger than that. And if we could take on, think about those 5 issues with stress that we dealing with, and maybe even tack on these 5 ways that can help us, these 5 strategies that can help us: relaxation, physical activity, healthy life choices, social support, and time management. We literally could beat the odds, man. I'm telling you, we could. Be so easy. So I love you guys, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you were able to stay all the way to the end. If you did enjoy, please hit the like button and share it with somebody that maybe has been going through a rough time. Do me a favor in the comment section. I want you to tag one person, right? Just tag one person and say the person maybe that you even sent this video to, or just send it to them, right? And comment what maybe. Let me know. Be a little transparent with me. Let me know what you've been going through this week. Let me know what you've been going through this month, throughout this year, 2024. Let's talk. Let's have some dialogue, and maybe we can get to a middle ground and get some understanding and help each other. Maybe there's a perspective that I haven't thought about you can give me. So let's bring our reality face to face with ourselves, man. I love y'all so much. Thank you for all the love and support. We on the road to 25K by May. We ain't forgot. We on the road, man. I love y'all so much. And I'll leave y'all with the words: peace and love.